Welcome back to Breaking Point, Chapter 3, France. Yeah, with the recent series of incidents with his teammate Casper Ackerman, both on and off track, have marred the start of Aiden Jackson's rookie F1 season. With the French Grand Prix coming up, Jackson is keen to find the form that brought him so much success in F2. 2 months later. 2 months after our last race, which was China, I think.
It's a great day for racing here at Le Castellet, and the drivers are making their final preparations on the grid. Let's hope for a thrilling contest then, here at the French Grand Prix. Six lefts and 9 rights give us a total of 15 corners here at the circuit Paul Ricard, and a lap covers an overall distance of 3.6 miles. Average speeds will be somewhere in the region of 142 miles per hour, and they'll be maxing out on the Mistral straight at around 205 miles per hour.
Only 205.
Here we are then at the circuit Paul Ricard in France, the 10th
Carbon
race
looks good.
of the 2020 Formula One season. The standings are starting to take some kind of shape, Ant.
Yeah, exactly. You've got your big three jostling for position at the top, so no surprises there. A little less predictable in the midfield, though you could make an argument for AlphaTauri underperforming somewhat.
Yeah, we are, because we're fighting
Two
each other.
AlphaTauri drivers denying each other points, perhaps. It's all to race for, and a lot of season left ahead of us. So let's see how it all pans out.
Let's see how it all
With the race
pans
minutes
out.
away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position, edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Bottas, Leclerc, Sergio Perez and Ricciardo, Norris, Vettel, Sainz and Lance Stroll, Ocon, Ackerman, Devon Butler and Albon, Magnussen, Raikkonen, George Russell and Aiden Jackson, Giovinazzi and Nicholas Latifi. That's it then. It's time to
Starting
go
18th,
as we head
back
to
of the
trackside
grid.
for today's race.
This is going to be a hard
We've not
race.
quite had the start of the season we'd hoped for.
I would like
But we've got a chance to make
overfueling.
up
There's
some
no
ground today.
point in
Keep your nose
overfueling
clean and show us what you've got
anymore.
Good luck, Aiden.
There's literally no point. There's literally no point in overfueling your car anymore. Because you can't run in rich. So you pretty much only like need a lap over. You could probably even do slightly less. We should probably get a setup on, but I don't. Turn 1 at France is horrible. Giovinazzi got a good start. I'm rubbing Butler. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, that was a bad move. Understeer. I technically shouldn't pass right like that, so that's why I lifted. Past Evan. I try to actually show some racing etiquette. Past Raikkonen and Kevin on the outside. I forgot about this corner. Albon's really not doing well. Albon is not performing the way that Red Bull should. When Max gets P2 and he's like down in P12, that's worse than how Albon's 2020 season actually went.
Nice move. Good job.
What's our actually just beat Renault and McLaren. That was a bad move. Sorry about that. Oh, touching. Sorry about that, Ocon. Sorry about that. Oh, I just spun Stroll.
Green flag. Green flag.
I'm sorry. It's like I gain doing that, but I don't want to gain doing something like that. On this difficulty, it's not really that worth it to me. It's not really how I want to race. Oh my god, that actually should be a Renault engine this year.
DRS is now available.
And Norris is up ahead of Stroll. That's a really late braking move. I saw how many laps I had left, and I know I'll be able to recover that. Without too much problems. Cross the line a little bit, but I can carry that speed, but the AI doesn't want to.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the mediums. The car behind is a full second down on you.
What the hell is my damage? I feel like I'm hitting... I'm trying to give him space, too. That was a hard hit without any damage. I don't think I have reduced damage on. I think I should have full damage. So... a bit too aggressive on the throttle, but it's alright. We're almost back up to Ocon. I was a bit too hesitant on the throttle, but
Good job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far.
if you're really good on the curbs, you can get a bunch of time through Sector 1. I do still get DRS. I have to overtake to even get close to overtaking Albon.
Okay, good work. Great pass.
I guess the Alpha Tower is probably more draggy. That was a good overtake. That was a good corner.
In this lap, push now.
In this lap, okay. We can do that. Not that my tires are really that worn. Okay, they're like 30. I can definitely push them a bit further, but it's not really worth it when it's a 13 lap race. You see, like, why this difficulty is, like, not really good enough for me on some tracks? Because I almost hit Perez there. Thank you, Perez. Thank you for just brake checking. I was on the edge of the track. I know, like, this is also the outside. But you can sort of go outside on that corner. And you won't really lose that much. Nice move, Adult. Is there a way to fucking turn off tutorials? Bye. Virtual Starlight. I know that's like the first time I actually, like... It might only be like a first time thing. I don't know.
Go. You'll be racing on the exit. Release.
I released the clutch, but I'm on sign. Signs is up my ass.
Look after these tires now. We want to finish the race on this compound.
I hate this pit exit. Well, it's actually pretty much worse for those that are not in the pits. But you dive in on the racing line. It's, in my mind, it's horrible. And it's dangerous. That'll actually gain. And the pets. I'm actually closing in, even though I'm not using overtake. Ricardo hasn't pitted.
Casper is in the pits.
At least I don't
Casper in
think
the
so.
pits.
He's not pitting. This is full power with DRS. Hamilton P4. He started P1. What has happened? That could have been a really great move.
Nice work.
But I knew I just had to slow down more, or else like Hamilton would just hit me. If it crashed there, it would have been my fault, because I hit the curb and I started to lose front grip. Seven seconds until we get to...
We're leading our teammate by
Verstappen.
14.4 seconds.
We're actually third place, which is pretty insane. It just shows that the difficulty is not where it should be, but I know hard's too hard for me. Well, at least I guess you guys get to see some overtakes.
We have 5 laps of fuel remaining.
I can't use fuel. We don't really have that much battery, which sucks. Come on, Alpha. Just Alpha with a PH. Like, couldn't I just have more battery?
That was the fastest lap of the race.
That was
Keep this up.
half a second faster. What the frick? Yeah, that was a bit too much.
Gap to car in front is 3.4 seconds.
Alright, I can see that. I can't use overtake. I feel like this is one of the tracks that is kind of hard on ERS. There aren't really that many break-in zones where you can recharge a lot. Or definitely some areas of the track where the AI is vastly. They're a lot slower. My English brain doesn't work right now. It's too busy racing. We're getting pretty close. We're 2 seconds away from Bottas. They're trying to overtake each other, which is good because that'll slow them down. Make it easier for us to catch
3
up.
laps of fuel remaining.
Just like that. I'm kind of glad we could race like a full race. I think that's a lot of fun. Not just like 5 laps. We used a lot of Yaras to pass there. I'm trying to give space. He backed off, so we're actually leading. What the fuck? How are we leading? It doesn't make sense. Oh, okay, I should have braked more there. Where the hell is our teammate?
Gap to teammate behind is 30.9 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. They're in 14th. The time last lap was a 1 minute 39.8.
I'm 15 places ahead of him? What? Sorry, 13. I don't know why I said 15. One more lap.
There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining. This is
We
your final lap.
only
Final
need
lap of the race.
a lap of fuel. I let off there because I did kind of get all 4 wheels over. France isn't like, it's far from like one of my favorites, but there are definitely worse tracks. I still don't like looking at it. While seeing all the blue and red and everything like that, it kind of makes me sick. That's why I just try to focus on the asphalt itself. I also don't like that it's completely freaking flat, because flat tracks just aren't exciting to me. I've grown up around mountains, so. Getting a bit sketchy there. The last few corners. Let's do a...
You worked hard for that one. Congratulations.
do a max, and then probably everyone will hate me for it, but come on.
A commanding performance from
Yes!
AlphaTauri today. Business as usual for the big three, but a bit of a reshuffle in the midfield here in France.
That's certainly much better from AlphaTauri. Frankly, they should be in the mix more often. On a good day, they're as good as anyone in that midfield pack.
Yeah.
You've certainly proved it today.
So what's gonna happen now? We beat both Devon and we beat Casper.
And it's time now for the podium celebration.
Our first
How well
win!
deserved is this one?
Woohoo!
This is a team all about giving talented young drivers an opportunity to race and to win. AlphaTauri are your winners here today.
AlphaTauri. I always say Tauri. I don't know why. Cool. We got our first win.
Great work out there today. Let's
Again
have
with the
our thoughts.
tearing. I don't know why.
Aiden, congratulations! You got on the podium. It's a fantastic result for both you and...
I smashed it! I was challenged and I delivered. It's a team effort, just...
Yeah, it's a team effort. I'm just the one behind the wheel. It was an amazing result today, and I think everyone deserves it. I'm just pleased I could bring it home for them.
Well, it's such a great result, especially since it's your first season in Formula One. Would you say you found your feet now since the jump to F1?
The change is difficult, but I think I'm settling in. The results today show that I can handle an F1 car just as well as an F2 car, no matter what people say. Definitely in my mind, there was never an issue. To be honest, I like this.
I reckon so. I'd say the result today shows I can handle an F1 car just as well as an F2 one, no matter what people say. I think the team would agree with me.
So there's no current tensions within the team. We've also so far this season. Is that something that's now behind you?
If there's still a problem between us, it's not from me. I think there's always going to be a settling in period. It doesn't matter who you're paired up against. No comment. To be honest, I get it. I did something stupid, but I don't really care. I just know we need to try to work together and...
Well, that's up to Casper. Maybe he thinks I'm yet to prove myself. Who knows? Hopefully today's gone some way to doing that. If there is still a problem between us, it's not from me.
Appreciate your time.
Appreciate your time. I always just go like full Irish, Scottish, I don't know. Whenever I say that. Appreciate your time! I don't know why, because Claire's a woman, and that's like really male voice. Proved you're top of the middle pack. Jackson finding form in France. To bring home the point for AlphaTauri. When asked if thinks he's now found his feet in F1, Jackson was almost confrontational. I'd say the results today show that I can handle an F1 car just as well as an F2 one. No matter what people say, but while attitude can be important, it's ultimately performance that will carry a driver to greatness. Yeah, true. Thankfully, then it seems as if the investment by AlphaTauri is in the up-and-coming driver is starting to pay off. What the hell did I just say? Thankfully, then, it seems as if the investment by AlphaTauri in the up-and-coming driver is starting to pay off. Okay, yeah. After a notable clash with his teammate Casper Ackerman early in the season, Jackson has since been showing quiet improvements on all fronts, leading to a fantastic performance at the French Grand Prix. So regardless of attitude, if Aiden Jackson keeps delivering like he is right now, then who are we to argue? Yeah, I kind of agree. Outstanding driving by the AlphaTauri rookie today. Thank you, Will.
Just so you know, there's a full team meeting in 20 minutes.
No worries.
We just want to review our strategy while the race is still fresh in our minds.
Right, okay. I'll see you there.
Listen, while you're on, I just wanted to say that was some solid driving out there today. I'm impressed.
I appreciate it. Thanks, Brian.
Put it this way, it's been noticed. Well done, kid. I'll see you in the meeting.
Hey. David Coulthard. Gotta say, Jackson's... He's Scottish. I can't do a Scottish accent without, like, faking it. Mum! Jackson's really strong. It's a really strong rookie season. Yeah.
Hey, Mom.
Hello, love. Just calling to say well done, as usual. You okay?
Thanks, Mom. Yeah, I'm good. Real good. I think I delivered today.
I thought so. And I think the neighbors probably did too. I couldn't stop shouting.
Oh, not again.
I'm so proud of you, Aiden.
Hey, it's Silverstone soon.
So does that mean you'll be home for a few days?
Probably.
Probably. I'll try and get over for a day or two, either side of race weekend.
You know, Silverstone was always your dad's favorite track.
I know. You're still coming to the race, right?
Do you really think I'd miss out on the VIP treatment? Of course I'm coming. I just wish it wasn't on my own, you know?
Yeah, I know, but I'll be there. And I can't wait to see you.
So, is our dad dead?
Anyway, I
Or
won't keep you.
did
I imagine
they
you want to
split
go and
up?
celebrate. Well done again. Love you.
Love you too, Mum. Speak soon.
Bye. Jeff. Really great drive today, Aiden. Really great. I gotta say, seeing you get the podium is just fantastic. And the points are welcome too. You're driving with such confidence at the moment, and I'm really happy to be the voice in your ear. He's my man in the chair. Shout out, Spider-Man. I meant to say at the debrief, it's great to see how you're improving, and even better to be part of it. Well done again. It's all anyone on the team can talk about. Hey, Brian, Aiden, just caught up on the interview with Claire. I just wanted to ask you to be a bit more careful when discussing how things are with Casper. Yeah, I kind of get that, but yeah. I know things are tricky between you, but putting it all on Casper raises eyebrows and gets the press talking. Yeah, is not too good for the image of the team, so perhaps try to be more diplomatic next time, eh? I forgot to mention, I gave an interview to Trackside a couple of weeks ago. I had a great time doing it. Maybe you've seen it. Colin, the guy that does it, mentioned he'd been trying to get in touch with you for a chat. You might want to have a word with the PA, as he said he's not heard much back. Anyway, I gave him your email. Ooh. That's like the exact opposite thing that we wanted to happen. Like, I don't care. I literally don't care how frigging Casper feels. Well, I'm over it. Chapter 4. With AlphaTauri continuing to show signs of improvement, the F1 world turns its eye to Silverstone. A real test for rookies. A real test for rookie Aiden Jackson as he returns home with hopes of impressing the crowd and earning their support at the historic circuit. Fernando Alonso makes a comeback. Fernando! Returning to the sport in 2021. Returning to Renault at the start of 2021. Should be the 21. I don't care. A two-time world champion. That's a long time ago. Also with Renault, whom he has driven for twice in his career. Alonso left Formula 1 in 2018 to compete in other motorsports. It's been rumored for some time that Alonso had been in talks with Renault. And now we have the official confirmation Alonso will drive alongside the Frenchman Esteban Ocon, regarded as one of the greatest drivers in Formula 1 history. Alongside his 2 World Championship, Alonso has also won 32 Grand Prix throughout his career. His this legend status returning to Formula 1 is sure to bring some excitement. To be honest, Alonso has been driving really great the last few races, so big home race for AlphaTauri rookie.
Hello?
Hello, mate.
Oh, Devon!
Come on, keep up. It's Devon.
Devon!
The very same.
Oh.
How did you get this number?
It doesn't really matter. Listen. I just wanted to pass on a bit of friendly advice.
Oh.
Now, it's always tricky racing on your home track. The pressure, all the fans watching, it's a nightmare.
Right, yeah, I imagine it is.
But if you keep your cool, you stay focused, you will get through it, okay? Just imagine it's a different circuit on the other side of the planet. Then, when your race does fall apart, it'll be a lot easier to deal with.
Great advice.
I knew you'd think so. Anyway, good luck out there today. Just try and make it to the end, eh? Ta-ta!
Ta-ta!
Yeah, good luck to you too. I'll see you later.
Oh, you gotta love him. You gotta love to hate him. Crofty, big home race for AlphaTauri rookie Aiden Jackson. Wonder if he can keep up his recent run of form. So Hamilton won 5 out of the last 6 Grand Prix Silverstone. He's gotta be looking pretty tasty for this, right? Fantastic word by Renault for signing Alonso. For 2021, it's looking to be intriguing. Butler, couldn't agree more. Hot competition, I reckon. He's been around for so long, I'm sure he's as dangerous as ever. Yeah, he pretty much was. It'd be fun with the podium. It would be really, really fun. Anthony Davidson. Yeah, I like Silverstone. It's a hard track, but Jimmy Dachter, check. Not a hacky, check. 15 tons explosives, past cutting edge. Automotive hardware, check. Lower sun glasses. Let's do it. Oh, nice. Just a quick heads up, a couple of the magazines have booked in casual interviews with you. Post-race, it's clearly because you're driving at your home circuit on Silverstone 70th. So I'm sure that'll be their angle. I tried to pass this through to your PA, but I can't find her anywhere. I've sent her the details and thought I'd send it your way too, just so we're covered. Good luck out there today. This will be one to remember. Make sure to enjoy every second, but stay focused, eh? Good news on the weather front. Looks like both qualifying and the race are going to stay dry. You can take a look at the latest weather report for yourself. That's one thing to throw a spanner in the works. Yeah. It's in the garage. I'm with your mum. Just to let you know, she's here and she's being well looked after. Send me a message after the race and I'll bring her around to the paddock. Safe. Drive safe. Colin Perry. I got your email from Brian Doyle. Greetings, Aiden. This is Colin Perry from Trackside. Brian Doyle was kind enough to pass on your contact details. And I thought I'd reach out. I'd dearly love to interview you for Trackside, and having already done both Brian and Casper, it feels only right that we should have a chat too. Do let me know and feel free to fire across any questions you'd like to ask me. I'm more than happy to leave the content and approach up to you. I look forward to speaking. Colin, Like Phil Collin. Yeah. Capitalizing on a fantastic Q3, Aiden Jackson is enjoying one of his finest career performances when a front right puncture threatens to ruin his chances at a top 5 finish. With friends and family in the stands and the crowd behind him, Jackson sets his sights on salvaging what he can from the race. We have a puncture in puncture in Silverstone in 2020. Yeah, I've never seen that before.
Tires are gone.
Copy, Aiden. Box, box.
Copy.
Let's just minimize the damage.
Did I get a pit lane limit? I can't go faster. Yeah, we got a full puncture. Put on softs, please. Thanks.
Complete, go now.
2.3 seconds. That's like almost a Red Bull stop. Finish in the points 10th or above. That's gonna be hard though.
Still time left to push for the points here, Aiden.
Copy.
Yeah, sorta, but... Stop overfueling the car so much! I can't even use it because the stupid rules of this game now.
Gap to teammate ahead is 12.7 seconds. They're on old mediums. They're in 12th. The time last lap was a 1:36.1.
12?
Brilliant. Nice move.
I still have a lot of people left to pass. If I'm gonna get points. Staying purple sector, so which is good.
Behind is 2.8 seconds.
Just leave it in third. I need to stop like being so aggressive with my downshifts. Car just doesn't stick when I keep it flat. Ugh. Mike doesn't sandwich. Best of the late breakers, Daniel.
Good job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far.
Casper's lost the position. He was P12. This is really stupid! Going into Maggots and Beckett's right behind Vettel, that's idiotic. A little bit faster.
Fastest lap of the race.
Took that flat.
There's 5 laps of fuel remaining.
I would have liked to have seen the like cinematic of the tire blowing. I don't know if there is one, but just go around the outside, around the outside, around the outside. Oh yeah, he's gone full tilt. Yeah, the off tire just doesn't stick there. Would have been nice to have ERS there, or DRS, I mean. Should have stayed in 5th. I lifted because I was afraid of what Butler would be doing.
5.3 seconds.
Decent move, I guess, but I have better tires, so that's probably why it could actually work. Yeah, I just have way better tires than these guys. Just go late, brake late, and go on the outside.
Great maneuver. You made it look easy.
Like, in the medium speed, the car feels pretty good. But in the really high-speed right-handers, especially, on this track at least, the car really struggles. The car, unless I brake, it just pushes. And it's really frustrating.
The fastest lap
That was
of
a
the
good
race.
lap.
Keep this up.
That was a very dickish move.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
Doesn't science get DRS? I wonder how the recording looked. I'm gonna replay here because I kind of don't want to restart a race in the middle of a corner. That's like the 5th round I've passed someone there. This corner the car doesn't like. No matter how I take it, how little or how much I steer.
Okay, gap ahead is 6.2 seconds.
Six seconds?
Good job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far.
I get so greedy sometimes. I get really greedy. Well, I'm trying to just find the limits of how the game handles, so... It is different from the last game. They're lifted.
We have 2 laps of fuel remaining.
I really gained a second through that. Wow. I expected to have DRS there.
Alright, race over. Take care of the car on the way
I
in.
couldn't really have done much more than that. I felt like I had really good pace throughout the whole race.
Mercedes have won it, and what a great race it was. What a race for young Aiden Jackson. If he can keep this up, he's got a long, promising career in front of him.
Absolutely. He'd have been gutted about that puncture. Imagine what kind of challenge he'd have been able to make without it. You've got to give it to him though. He gritted his teeth and pulled it back. Great driving.
Now just whisper it quietly, but things seem to be on the up for AlphaTauri's Aiden Jackson. One to watch. So after a magnificent race, we can now see the drivers making their way to the podium. Once again, it's the Silver Arrows who take top spot. A well-earned victory for Mercedes.
Yeah. The roundup at Silverstone, the twists and turns of the British Grand Prix. With another display of fantastic control and determination, the new AlphaTauri driver, Aiden Jackson, is certainly proving his worth. The young driver started strong in the British Grand Prix at Silverstone, only to fall foul of a puncture just as he was finding his pace. And yet, even though he was forced to pit, Jackson pushed on and with terrific grit to gain places and even finish in the points. A fantastic race of 8 for Aiden Jackson, and one that was welcomed by his own home crowd at Silverstone. Hamilton may be Britain's #1 son, and rightfully so, but people are also beginning to wonder if Jackson might be the favored new kid on the block. And speaking of Hamilton, are any of us surprised that he won? Great teamwork today. I just wanted to send a huge thanks.
Brian,
Well, someone's the hot topic in the press room.
what do you mean?
Oh, come on. There's no need to be so modest.
What are you on about, Brian?
Oh, after that puncture, everyone thought you'd lost it. But to pull it back and into the points, it's all anyone's talking about.
Well, I'm glad the press is starting to take notice.
Oh, get used to it. They put a bunch of interviews in your diary for tomorrow. It's why I was calling.
Right. Thanks for letting me know.
So don't celebrate too hard tonight, eh?
Yeah, all right, Brian. Don't worry. I'm only going to see my mum.
Right. Well, each to their own.
See you later, Brian.
Huge thanks. I wanted to send around a huge thank you and well done. I'm humbled and proud to see how everyone pulled together and performed in perfect harmony today. Of course, the day wasn't without some drama. I think I can speak for everyone that can say that we all thought we'd lost. Aiden, once his tires went, especially Jeff, I don't think I've ever seen him turn so red, but we all pulled it back. I'm very proud of this team and we are achieving and I'll see you all in the debrief. Let me know when you're ready and I'll bring your mum around to see you. Just ping me a message. Really great race today. Congratulations. Could have warned me about your mum. Are you still ringing? Oh. Butler's advice. Is that like the only cinematic? Okay, so we've not really missed anything. I was like wondering, we hadn't gotten a freaking cinematic in a long time. The Italian Grand Prix. While the grid heads to Monza, the team at AlphaTauri have managed to find some welcome consistency during the second half of the 2020 season. Both drivers are hungry to gain ground and competition, but Jackson is determined to outperform his teammate Casper Ackerman both on the standings and in the eyes of the team. But that will be next time. This episode's long enough. So thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell to be notified whenever I upload. I'll see you guys next time. Probably with some more F1. Bye.